So for these ones, I hope you understood that it gets to the center. These are not diagonals. Like this one is kind of close, but it's not, right? Like you can tell it gets to the center and then to the other side. So I'm gonna start with Y. That angle right here is the interior angle of this polygon. So just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 sides for that big polygon. And so angle Y, I'm going to put the answer there, but I will calculate it here. So it's 9 minus 2 times 180 divided by 9. Angle Y ends up being 7 times 180 divided by 9, which is 140 degrees. So we go to Y here, we'll put 140 in there. You get a mark for that if you have that correctly filled in. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for X. This one right here. X seems to be a central angle, but it's not, right? It has two central angles. It is comprised of two central angles. So let's find the central angle right here. Central angle is 360 divided by 9, which is 40 degrees. I'll give you a mark for that. That's why X is worth 2 marks, because you had to find the central angle, and then to find angle X, you're going to go 2 times 40, and so that's 80 degrees. So if you have 80 there, you get 2 marks, because I understand that you did this, or you thought of doing the extra work on the side. Okay, so and then angle M has 3 central angles in it. So M is just 3 times 40. That's 120 degrees. So you just get 1 mark for that. N, there's a couple of ways of doing that. You either recognize that there are 4 central angles, so you go 360 minus X minus M. You're left with this, okay? Regardless, you should get 160 degrees, okay, because it's 4 times 40, it's 160. Z is, what do we call that one? We have a different name for it. It's supplementary to this interior angle here. Yeah, it's exterior angle. So angle Z is 180 minus 140. Because this is 140 here, remember, this is 140. So Z is 40 degrees. So you can go over here, and if you want to have it all in one place, you just say that Z is 40 degrees. If this is 40 here, we also know that this is 40. Okay, so 40 and 40, we can easily find K. Angle K is going to be 180 minus 2 times Z, essentially, which is 180 minus 2 times 40. That's 100 degrees, right? So K is 100 degrees on that, for that answer. Okay, so for this question, if you did them all right, you get 7 marks for question 1. So have the marks somewhere there next to this question, right? So you know you got something out of 7 here. And then the bottom question here, determine the measures of angle ABC. So angle ABC is this one right here. We can call that X, angle X. And BCA, it's asking for this one right here, which we can call angle Y. Okay. Once you determine where it is, give it a letter of your choice. Okay. X is the interior angle of the triangle, right? It sort of is, but you got to zoom out. Remember, we've got a polygon here, and n is equal to 5. This has 5 sides. It's a pentagon. Okay. So to find angle X, we just go 540. Am I going too fast here? I'm really using this formula, 5 minus 2, n minus 2 times 180 divided by 5. This is 3 times 180 divided by 5, and so that's 108 degrees is what X, that angle right there. So therefore, angle ABC is 108 degrees if you want to state it with the 3-letter angle notation. And then angle Y, now you've got your triangle, it's an isosceles triangle. So you go 180 minus the one interior angle, which is 108. Okay? All of that divided by 2. That's how you find it. This is your inscribed triangle, okay? If you're wondering what's happening there, this diagonal here created that triangle. So angle Y is 180 minus 108 divided by 2. That gives you 72 degrees divided by 2, which is 36 degrees. That is angle Y, which is angle BCA. So if you want to write it like this, you go for it. I don't care if you do 3-letter or single, you've already defined them up there, so you can stick with the letters you chose. So we've got 10 marks for this page, okay? Okay, let's keep going. Backside. If you look through your booklet, you could have found this one somewhere, okay? Which one am I going to start with? I'm going to start with A. I noticed that these two lines are parallel, okay? So A is corresponding to 125, and because both of them have a parallel line, I know this is the same here. It's 125. Corresponding angles are congruent. Okay? B, I'll do that next. I see a triangle now. I'm going to focus on that big triangle. So angle B is 180 minus 125 minus 35. And that is what, 20? 20 degrees? Sum of triangle is equal to 180. That's my second angle. Okay, angle C, I'm going to use something I haven't used before. So that's alternate interior, right? You can do that Z, right? So that's alternate interior. So they're the same. Alternate interior angles are congruent. D is right next to the 35. So it's a straight angle there. So that's 145 degrees. I used the straight angle property, and they must add up to 180. So that's 145. So I actually followed the order that the table suggested. You don't have to, but that's how you would do one if you want full marks. So half for each part. Why do I give half? Sometimes students do this right, but somehow they get a different answer here. So you're still partly right. And sometimes you make a mistake at the very beginning and it affects everything else. For example, if you got A wrong, it would have affected B, which would have affected, right? Like, so it would have affected other answers. So keep that in mind. Next, AB is parallel to CD. I hope you saw this. Okay, so this line here is parallel to this, right? AB is right here, CD is here. And now you have got your 3-letter notation. Okay, so we've got ACD. ACD is right here. Let's call that X. Angle bad. BAD, that's this one right here, just that. That's Y. ADB, ADB, that's this one right here. We'll call that Z. ADF, ADF. What is this? This one is tougher. A to D to F. So it's this whole thing it's asking for here. You can call that anything you want. I'm going to go K. and then DBA. Okay, you got to learn how to do these. DBA, it's this one right there. I'm going to call that M. A bit quieter, okay? Okay. So where do I start? I'm going to see here. Angle X is corresponding to 77. So I always look at the variable, I figure out the two parallel lines, and then I try to bring numbers over. So I'm going to do X first, that's 77, and that's corresponding. Corresponding angles are congruent. Anybody do it differently? Yeah, Mr. Dixon, I did sum of triangle. But you still got 77, didn't you? So you're fine. Okay. Bad. Where's Y? Right here. What do we know about these three angles here? They're along a straight line, right? Supplementary. So you can use straight angle is equal to 180. Just go 180 minus 65 minus 77. That's 38. Mr. Dirksen, I used alternate interior. Did you? Is that wrong? Z, right? Try to do that parallel line, transversal, parallel line. If you can do that, you've got yourselves, you can tell that the alternate interior is there. So fine. ADB, that's Z, this one. I know that Y is 38. So I'm going to use sum of triangle here. Wait. What am I? Z? I don't know what this is yet. So maybe I'll leave it. Oh yeah, I can use, no. Can you use alternate interior here? They are alternate interior, but you cannot say they're the same because watch. You're ready? I don't know if I want to use a highlighter, but I am. Travel along this side, travel across, and then travel up. Are these two lines parallel? So you cannot say that they're the same, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh yeah, now I see it. It's too early for me on a Monday. So yeah. So you're saying this 82 is the same as this whole thing here, right? So you just went, to get this, you went 82 minus 38. Yes. 82 minus 38. And that is 44. And yeah, if you say vertically opposite angles are congruent, that's good enough. Okay, that's good enough. K. K is this one here. So a couple of ways you can do this. I'm going to go like this. Watch. This is 180 here. I'm going to take Z away from 180, and then I'm left with all of this. Okay? So I'm going to go 180 minus Z, 180 minus 44. That's 136. Okay? So 136 degrees from here all the way to that other line, right? So I want the 38 and this one. So if you found, this is what, 98 here, this part is 98. So if you go 98 plus 38, you still get 136. Okay. M, what can we use there? We can also use sum of triangle now, because we do know what Z is. Z is 44. So why don't we use that? 180 minus 38 minus 44. That is 98. I use sum of triangle. So yeah, that's how you do it. So half mark for each. Wait a minute, there's 5, right? This has 5, so we're going to make this out of 5. So cross it out, make it out of 5. So 4 and 5. This page, the back side, is worth 9 marks altogether. So give yourselves half a mark for each cell, basically. The front is worth 10. So that makes the whole thing worth 19. 19. Okay.